You've been told this a million times, but no one actually tells you how to do it. Let's talk about how to work hard. So growing up, you probably heard this a million times where a coach or a parent or someone else says, hey, you just gotta work hard, man. But what does that actually mean? And how do you actually do it? Does it mean that you have to just go and grind and work 8 hours a day? Does it mean that you just gotta go and do something even when you don't feel like it? And how do you actually do that? This is something that I started to think about the other day, where it was like, okay, everyone is told that they have to work hard, but no one is actually told how to work hard, how to push through the times when you really don't want to do something. And so this is kind of what I want to talk about today. Now, this is something that I started thinking about when I read a book called The War of Art. And in this book, the author introduces something called resistance. And basically the concept means that every time you go and do something, there's this thing called resistance. And resistance is basically your mind saying, hey, you don't have to do this right now. Hey, why are you doing this? This is stupid. Hey, this is uncomfortable. Let's not do this. And as a baseball player, I know you can relate. Sometimes in the off season, you just don't feel like going and working out, going to throw or going to lift or doing that extra mobility work. Your mind starts to say, hey, just take this day off. It's not going to be that bad. Just take it off. That is resistance. And this is something that I feel a lot. You know, even just recording this video, I felt a lot of resistance. Like, hey, like maybe we can just take a day off. No, that's the resistance that I'm feeling. And so how do you actually get over that? There are two ways. So the first way is to treat it like you're a professional. So if you're watching this, you might be an amateur baseball player. You might be high school, college, maybe even out of college, a free agent type thing. And baseball and playing baseball isn't something that you're paid to do just yet. But you want to treat it like it's your job, like you're a professional at the job. And it's your duty to actually do this thing. And this might sound like, damn, like it's taking the fun out of baseball. There's definitely a fine line there. And if you do want to become a professional baseball player, it is going to become your job. And there's going to be suck. And there's going to be things that suck about it. But one of the big things that I think about is you have to choose your suck. So would you rather go and do your 30 minutes of mobility every day, go lift, go throw every day, even when you don't feel like it, and that's your suck that you choose? Or would you rather work a 9 to 5 and you have to go into your boss and sit in front of a computer all day and that's your suck? You know, you have to choose your suck with these things. You got to choose what you're willing to suffer for. Because all of these things are going to have something that sucks in them. Something that you're going to have to suffer for. Being a professional baseball player isn't glamorous. I did it for 6 to 7 years. And I know. Going in, I thought it was going to be the best time of my life. But it was actually a grind. And there's going to be adversities that you encounter. There's going to be sucks that you encounter. There's going to be coaches that you don't like, front office people that you don't like, people getting sent up before you because of political reasons. There's a lot of things that aren't going to go your way and things that you're going to view as sucking. But being a professional baseball player and all that comes with it is a suck that I chose. I would rather go through that and go through all of those things that I view as not as good versus going and doing another job and dealing with the suck that comes with that job. And so the first thing to working hard is choosing your suck. If becoming a professional baseball player is truly what you want to do, then you got to choose the suck of, okay, I need to go do 30 minutes of mobility. I got to go do my workout. I got to put in all of my effort into my throwing session today, even when you don't feel like it. Because that's the suck that comes with being a baseball player. That's how you treat it like a professional. The path isn't to be like, oh, I feel like I don't want to do this, so I'm not going to do it. That's not the path to become the best baseball player that you can be. The best baseball player that you can be is to treat it like a professional. Treat it like something that you must do. This is the suck that I'm choosing, and I'm going to do it on a daily basis. But there is a fine line. You do want to keep it fun. And this is a topic for another day. But this is how you have to view it. This is the hard things that come with being a professional baseball player is something that I choose because I want to become a professional baseball player. You can't just think about all the positives that come along with it. Every single job has its negatives. And so this is how you view it. Doing these things even when you don't feel like it, even when you're facing resistance, is what's called hard work. It's not about going out and doing things when you feel like it. And this is sounding kind of cliche, but put in the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. It's kind of like walking through snow. So on some days, it might feel like everything is going smoothly, everything comes easily. But a lot of the days, it feels like you're walking through the snow. And this is normal. This is what is called resistance. And doing it and walking through that snow and still getting it done, that's what you call hard work. So the first way to actually work hard is to have this mental framework of, okay, some days it's going to feel like walking through the snow. Just know that. But treat it like a professional to where, okay, it's hard, but this is the suck that I chose for the future that I want. And so I'm going to go out and do it. So this mental framework is going to help you. And this is the first step. To know that actually doing something when it feels hard is what hard work really is. Now, consistency is way more powerful than intensity. Okay, and let me explain. So consistently doing something, for example, let's say mobility. Doing 15 minutes of mobility every single day is more powerful than doing 2 hours once every 2 weeks. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. And so this goes with all of us baseball players. Consistency over intensity. We want to make sure that we're making progress on a consistent basis. We're putting in the work every single day on a consistent basis, rather than just trying to blow it out on one day, go as hard as we can on one day, and then, we take like a week or 2 weeks to rest, and then we go again. That's not how we want to do it. We want to be consistent every single day, because that's what's going to lead to the compound effect. When you blow it out one day and then you take a rest, it's like you spike and then you calm down again, and then you spike, calm down again. No, we want to build that. We want to keep building on your skills, building on your strength, mobility, power, throwing everything. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. And so how do you actually do this? You're probably thinking, okay, like, that's all nice and all, like this is all like theory stuff. I now know that doing something, especially when I don't feel like it, is what actually is called hard work. Okay, but this is the practical step I'm going to give you. You just have to take it one step at a time. And what do I mean by this? So I was feeling a lot of resistance the other day when I was thinking about how I need to go and do my heavy lift. And I'm like, I really don't feel that great. I don't know if I want to do this. And you kind of get overwhelmed, you know? You're like, dang, I need to go out and do my belt squats. It's going to feel really heavy. Split squats, bench. I'm going to try to PR on this. And you start to feel overwhelmed about all of these things that you have to do. And you're just like, I don't know if I've got it in me today. But I still got it done. And the way I was able to do this was to just take it by step. Okay, no, I don't have to go and do my belt squats right now. I just gotta drive to the gym. I just gotta grab my coffee. Step 1. Now I just drive to the gym. That's all I have to do right now. Step 2. Now I'll put my shoes on. That's step 3. Now all I have to do is go in and stretch for a little bit. That's step 4. Now when I actually get to the belt squat machine, I don't have to PR right now. I just gotta do 4 plates. Rep that out, warm up. And as you continue to do these things, you build momentum. And when I was actually in that position to PR, I was excited to do it. I was like, I'm here even though I don't feel like it, so I'm just gonna crush this. Since I'm already here, I'm gonna crush it. And you build a lot of momentum by going one step at a time. I'll give you another example. When I go out to pitch, I used to get really nervous and I would get overwhelmed by it. But you can break it down to one step at a time. Okay, right now I just have to hop in the hot tub. This is my warm-up routine, by the way. And then I just have to put in my earphones, put on a certain playlist. I'm just gonna go out and stretch. That's all I have to do right now. Next, I just have to throw my bullpen. And then when I get in game, all I need to do is throw strike 1. And so you break it up into each step. And as you do this, you build momentum. And when you're actually there, when you have to do the thing, it doesn't feel as overwhelming and you're actually excited and you have energy to do it because you're actually there. Most of the time, it's just showing up and taking it one step at a time. Actually make sure that you show up and actually do the hard work. And so there's this concept that I learned about. Everyone talks about discipline, and discipline is a very vague term. But I learned about something called the anterior cingulate cortex, which is a part of the brain that strengthens every single time we do something that we don't want to do. So it's kind of like a muscle. Every time we feel like we don't want to do something, this part of the brain strengthens. And as you keep doing stuff that you don't really want to do, but you push through it, this muscle grows and grows and grows. And over time, it becomes easier to do these things, even when you don't feel like it. And this is when you become an absolute beast. You just keep working through things that you don't even want to do, and you keep making progress. You don't have any dips because of lack of motivation or anything like that. You just keep stacking. That's how you become a hard worker. It's not by grinding all day, spending 8 hours in the gym doing random stuff. It's being able to show up consistently, relentlessly, every single day, consistently. Because consistency beats intensity over the long term. I hope this helps.